point behind Venezuela's increased surveillance of its own armed forces is essentially to head off future risks. It doesn't mean that there is an imminent plot from within the armed forces against the Venezuelan government, but as pressure mounts on the government due to hyperinflation, ongoing shortages of food, and the risks associated with that, such as the risk of greater social unrest from people affected by these shortages, they're really looking to clamp down on all aspects of the country and its political system that might pose a threat against them in the future. So how are they doing this? They're essentially increasing human surveillance and electronic surveillance of the lower ranks, because the fear is that regional military officers could theoretically move forces against the government without either the defense minister or the Strategic Operational Command knowing about it. This is a very remote risk, but it's something that the government isn't willing to just let go. It's quite likely that the Venezuelan government will continue and possibly even increase this monitoring of the lower ranks. This is because the pressure on the Venezuelan government isn't likely to let up soon. 2017 is shaping up to be the hardest year for the Venezuelan government. What we're most likely going to see happen now is the government increasing surveillance on military officers through the General Directorate of Military Counterintelligence. That's its main tool at this point to really detect potential threats from within the armed forces. The main concerns that the Venezuelan government is going to be facing over the next few years are going to be, apart from the economic problems that the country has been experiencing, risks from the United States shifting stance towards Venezuela. Under the presidency of Donald Trump, it seems that Washington, D.C. is looking to take a more aggressive stance towards the Venezuelan government, potentially by supporting the country's expulsion from the Organization of American States, but more importantly by slapping additional sanctions on the Venezuelan government and on individuals within the government. Now, the government of Nicolás Maduro can deal with additional sanctions against political figures, but the real risk for the government lies in whether the US government is going to try to sanction PDVSA, the country's state oil and gas firm, or other government entities. Really, if that happens, then the pressure will rise on the Venezuelan government. And if PDVSA is sanctioned and its ability to do business with individuals and companies subject to US jurisdiction is limited, then that really poses a threat. We might see oil production decline if sanctions are severe enough, as companies would be more reluctant to do business with PDVSA.